Yo, 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 what's up, YouTube? Here's another video right here. Definitely another late one. From July 23rd, which was 5 days ago. Today's July 28th, so I apologize, 5 days late. But here we go. The movie, the one and only Poetic Justice, was released on, sorry about that. July 23rd, 1993, 30 years ago, and it's still an amazing movie starring with Janet Jackson and Tupac Shakur in the film. In which it did start out with, Tupac as a mailman and Janet Jackson, working at a salon, barber shop place. And she has a boyfriend in the movie. They're at the movie drive-in, if y'all seen that. And I apologize. Here's the movie. Here y'all go. Definitely an amazing movie right there. So if you see the scene, the boyfriend who plays her boyfriend in the movie, that would be Q-Tip from Tribe Called Quest. And, his character was tragically killed at the movie drive-in because, there was a gang member that didn't like him, and that's why he started shooting at him, and it started going berserk at that movie drive-in in L.A. And then, she's still feeling sad, and she writes poetry, and, Tupac writes poetry too. So they both talk about that in the film. And then also, Tupac's character, he goes by the name Lucky, which his real name is Lawrence, but calls him Lucky. So he goes into the place to deliver mail, letters, and stuff like that. And Tupac's like, trying to be Mr. Charming guy to Janet Jackson's character, and Janet Jackson's being all like somewhat of the jerky kind of attitude, like she didn't give a crap type, and she has her worker come up over here and blowing her breath all over Tupac, and I was like, yo, breath, Stang, you need to get some mint or something. Like you see the part where Tupac was like freaking out on that, and he wasn't liking it a bit at all. So Tupac and Janet were kind of having the bicker attitude going, and while they're on the road to Oakland, because Tupac was going to go visit his cousin in the movie. But then, the sad part is that his cousin was killed because, he felt like he was distracted too much with, Janet and Regina King's character, including that guy, Chicago, which he goes by the name, real life name is Joe Torre. So, Joe Torre became the jerk guy and started punching and smacking Regina King's character, Aisha. And then, that's when Tupac stepped in, and he at first he didn't want to get in their business. He didn't want to. But then he decided to just like take it in his hands, and he punched the guy out. Because the guy, was being total like a wimpy, coward type. Punching, a woman like that. Which is totally not cool. So that's why Tupac came in defense, and he punched the guy out. He's like, you little punk, coward, blah, 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 hit a man. And he was making his butt walk all the way to Oakland and all that. It was a funny scene, though. He did tell him, you're going to walk to Oakland or take the bus to Oakland. It was funny. I loved that scene. It was pretty hilarious. And what's also is crazy, when they got to Oakland, that's when Tupac saw his cousin on the gurney in the ambulance. And I seen his character was pretty sad, and I would be too. And his husband was actually becoming a rap artist in the movie. And then, his uncle and his aunt gave him the demo to hear his cousin rapping. And then, I see Tupac in the garage, like basement. He's like shedding the tears after his cousin was killed in the movie. But it was still a great movie, even though Tupac and Janet had their thing. But it still turned out to be a good movie. So, can't be mad at that. Tupac was still being cool with Janet and all them, even though they were kind of having their things in real life on the set and everything. So speaking of which, here's the DVD. Really cool. And then I'll show y'all the backside. Oh yeah, take a look. Cool details and everything. But Tupac and Janet did fall in love in the movie. And Tupac does have a daughter. Goes by the name Keisha. That's her character name. That's not his real life daughter. That's his daughter in the movie. Not to get confused. So, Tone Loc is in this movie too, and the girl, calls him daddy and all that. Have you seen the scene at the apartment part? That's when Tupac, got crazy at the guy and all that because his girl was being Mrs. Jerkish type, the mom of the girl, of his little daughter. He didn't want his daughter being around that. That's why he took his daughter away from her in the movie. But other than that, though, I really still enjoy the movie Poetic Justice. It's still a classic from 30 years ago. And, I'm always going to watch anything, Tupac that's going to be in. Even though him and Janet had their thing in real life. But still, they did a great job in the movie, and they were cool after that. And then, of course, I like the barbecue scene, too. Aisha was going all nutty and going with the other dudes on there. It was called the Johnson family barbecue, I believe that's what it's called. That's what their last names was, the Johnson family. And, of course, Tupac and all that, they decided to just eat barbecue and all that. They're like, yeah, we eat barbecue and all that stuff. And and then Janet and Tupac, and I seen the part where they're getting food and everything. Like, a brother got to eat and everything, and I'm hungry. And she's like, why you so skinny and all that? Like, she was all there mocking him being Mr. Skinny Dude and all that. It was kind of funny. The facial expression was like, what are you eating? Like, he's trying to mimic it back. I couldn't stop laughing at that part. It's too funny. I just couldn't stop laughing at it. I don't know why, but the way Tupac just made his facial expression at Janet in the film, like the way Janet was mocking him about his, skinny frame and everything, just because, he was grabbing some barbecue food. It's so hilarious. Oh, man, I couldn't laugh, man. I couldn't stop laughing, actually. And then, of course, I did see the scene where Tory himself, the guy who decided to become a jerk in the film, him and Tupac were over there mocking a Hispanic dude about some stuff. They're aiming at the little darts at the Red Riding Hood paper, bullseye, whatever that stuff is. It was in the post office scene. And then, of course, Tupac wasn't happy about, his cousin getting killed, and Janet Jackson tried to cheer him up, but he didn't feel like, talking to her. But then, at the end, they talk again. And I also like another funny scene, too. Another cool scene. I like the part where they're at the gas station, and there's a trucker. He's driving like a Peterbilt, I don't know, a Peterbilt, a Mack, or something like that. I think it was a Peterbilt. It was like a 379 Peterbilt truck. And the guy's like, excuse me, and Tupac's like, excuse me. And he's like, hey, is that your truck right there? Yeah, it's my rig. Hey, who did you get in the cab? And the guy just turned around and Tupac told him. It's so funny. I literally, excuse me with the glitch. The laptop was acting funny. So he told him who's the dude who get in the cab. And the guy just turned around and Tupac just took the gas nozzle away from him. And he's like, hey. And then, Tupac still, was telling him, hey, you like country music? You like Garth Brooks and stuff like that? And then Tupac was still filling up, his mail truck after that. And then he just gave him the gas nozzle, and the trucker just, gave his look at Pac. It was literally funny, man. The way Tupac taking that gas nozzle away from the trucker, it was funny. The trucker, the big rig driver, Tupac just took the gas nozzle away from him, because he was going to fill it up for his mail truck. It's just funny. Man. And then, of course, Janet Jackson and Regina King, they were in the gas station buying stuff and all that. And they got little toy water guns, and they were escorting that, what's his name? Guy Tory. Joe Tory. They were escorting the water at him. Man. Funny movie, man. And then they also went to the carnival scene. That's where Tupac and Janet were talking about poetry and all that. What did you, come up with in mind? And, whatever comes from the heart and everything. Just an amazing movie, man. If you guys are a fan of, Tupac and a fan of movies that he made, definitely add this to your collection. You won't regret it. Tupac and Janet did fall in love at the end. And it's a great soundtrack, too. I love this movie, too, as well. And you all love this as well, too, because you won't regret for, having Tupac on it, Janet on it. Great film, overall. Definitely get it if you see it at the swap meet. Shoot, even Walmart or even Target. Well, Target I haven't rarely see it that much. Or if you see it online or seen it at the yard sale or even Book Off, the store where they sell a bunch of DVDs, etc. So if you do see it, just grab it. Shoot, if it's $5 or $10, just grab the movie. Just grab it. But this is my mom's DVD. It's hers, but she let me have it because she knows I like Pac and everything. So I thank God. I even thank my mama too, and I miss her every day dearly. This will definitely be an amazing classic movie. 30 years ago. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and I'll definitely get back to y'all in the next videos. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe, stay cool. Keep, watching Tupac's movies and definitely keep listening to his music. And definitely listen to Janet Jackson too. She's legendary as well. Keep spinning that and keep watching them good movies right here. Peace. Buenos noches.